Nithyanandam, with the auspicious grace and blessings of my Guru, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda Swami, or Swamiji, I welcome you to this video. In today's video, I wanted to explore a topic, share my experiences on Kundalini Awakening. And I already made one video on it, but I think it's one of those topics that you cannot really talk enough about. One, because there's hardly any information on it out there. And whatever information that is out there is either totally wrong or misleading and almost like voodoo-like. It's just very weird. But I wanted to share from my personal experience of Kundalini Awakening by Swamiji. It's definitely a new experience, but new and different does not make it weird, does not make it something to be scared of. Now, what is Kundalini? What is the Kundalini energy? Kundalini energy is basically the dormant potential energy in all of us, the universal energy in all of us, which is currently located in the base of the spine. Until it's awakened, you can say our energy flows downwards and we get stuck in our base level emotions of fear, greed, lust, worry. When the initiation of an enlightened master awakens the Kundalini, the energy starts flowing upwards till you start experience real love and gratitude. Now, why is this important? Some hocus pocus talk, perhaps you're thinking. But the Kundalini, when your Kundalini is awakened, you experience real benefits, life-changing benefits. As I mentioned before, the Kundalini energy is a dormant potential energy. So when it's awakened, what is available to you? Energy. And when you are tapping into more energy without taking any high energy drinks, without doing drugs, without taking alcohol, without smoking, without any kind of stimulant, you're just in a higher energy space. So obviously, you're able to do more. You're able to handle more. You're able to deal with life, deal with people, deal with situations, and not get tired. So that Kundalini energy has so many practical benefits. So how does it express? So as you know, maybe you don't know, that's why you're watching this video, the Kundalini energy flows, when it's awakened, flows up. And many times it's depicted like a snake. And the reason why is many times when people have described their experiences having a Kundalini awakening, it feels like a snake going up the spine. And I can also attest to that. Literally feels like, not like just a snake, but a bliss snake going up your spine. And because our bodies are not used to this energy, the body reacts to the energy flow. Some people it does, some people it doesn't. So you may be asking, so how does Kundalini energy express? Will I attract any bad energy? Will I lose my mind? Will my body move around? I can say when you're initiated by an enlightened master who knows the full science, the full purpose, full context, there is nothing to worry about. It's simply just a flowering that happens inside of you. Depending on what your body can handle, how your body expresses the energy, you may feel your spine moving around. I've seen sometimes people doing almost different kinds of yoga asanas, which they've never done before in their whole life. People experience levitation, which I have experienced many times. I can say the beginning stages of levitation, where you go up and you come down, where you're going high enough where there's no way you could have done that on your own, but you're not hanging in the air like typical levitation as we may know. So those are the way it physically expresses. But the actual benefits of Kundalini Awakening is how it manifests in your day-to-day life. For me, it clearly opened up my ability to grasp information, process information, and the efficiency and speed at doing all of that. Without getting into incompletion in doing those tasks or jobs, you could say. Almost like a fearlessness happens when your Kundalini awakens. So I can almost compare it to like when you wake up in the morning and you feel fresh and you feel like you can do anything. When your Kundalini is awakened, that becomes your natural state. You walk around like a new being because you have a constant battery pack available to you at no extra cost, at no recharging. Just simply one look of Swamiji, one satsang, you're back into that same space. And as I mentioned before, it's an initiation that helps you in your life. But it's also not the end. The next major initiation, one of the major initiations Swamiji has done, is awakening the third eye. So when the Kundalini energy rises to the third eye, with the initiation of Swamiji, you have third eye awakening. And that's why so many of the devotees and disciples in the Nithyananda Sangha are expressing and manifesting Shaktis or powers. Powers as defined by the Hindu scriptures. So effortlessly, they're able to move objects with their will. They're able to body scan. They're able to remote view. They're able to change the temperature of items. They're able to elongate, shrink items or themselves. And so much more. It's actually a happening going on right now. Daily there are manifesting power sessions. It's like we're in an online Harry Potter school. And people are just realizing that there's so much available, so much energy, potential, power inside of them. Now, this just isn't a raw power that you kind of wield at your will. It's something much more deeper than that. It doesn't come from any technique, as you might imagine. If you meditate this long, or if you do yoga this long, this way, that way, bend your body this way, maybe my Kundalini will awaken. Perhaps there are sciences that after 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, you may have your Kundalini awaken. But where will you be in life at that point? And will you have the context for even living a life when your Kundalini is awakened? No. So, having your Kundalini awakened with the right context, with the guidance of an enlightened master, means you have constant breakthrough after breakthrough in your life. Achieving goals that work so effortlessly, having healing relationships, having huge cognitive shifts where you understand yourself, understand why you were the way you were, and who you want to become. So when your Kundalini awakens, it's almost like being born again, because you're not the same person. You're not the same person before the Kundalini awakening. And it's just by the grace of Swamiji it happens. It can just be as simple as a look or a word or a touch on the forehead. And it happens. And this is proven by science too. those in the Adinam who experience Kundalini awakening have undergone tests, including Swamiji, where the brain waves are measured. And what scientists have found is that there's a very less activity in the brain in those moments of Kundalini awakening, but a high awareness. No one's sleeping. So, and Swamiji is always in this state. That's the beautiful thing. That's what we strive for. So if you're interested in learning more about Kundalini Awakening, then you are on the right direction. But I encourage you to find out right information. Watch the videos where Swamiji speaks on Kundalini Awakening. Learn more. Get the right information from the source so that you have the right context. And when you get initiated, you'll know what's happening and just embrace it. So thank you so much for allowing me to share about this amazing experience called Kundalini Awakening. And it's something that every human being deserves to experience. So please share this video and learn more for yourself. And if you have any questions, please message me. And thank you, Swamiji, for sharing this science and with the world. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Nithyanandam.